Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Your Tech Today video. Haven't made a video on an Icon in quite a while. If I'm being honest, I got another dog. I think I've shown him in some of the videos, a giant schnauzer. And I just don't get to go out in the cart as much as I used to because it's a lot. Getting him settled and all that, he's not real comfortable on the cart like a lot of dogs are. So it's taking a little bit of my joy away, but I love him. It was all worth it. But I thought I'd make a top 10 tips for Icons because I think that there's some, I'm in the forums and stuff like that, and there's some misleading information. I mean, there's always good information as well. But I thought I'd tell you 10 things that I would do if I just got an Icon, the 10 things that I would make sure that I addressed or did going forward. The first is always plug your card in. And these aren't in any particular order. Always plug your card in. If you just went down 1 mile down the street, you came back, plug it back in. This is primarily for people with lithium. I would do the same thing with my lead acid batteries. But for lithium, just plug it back in. It's kind of like a Tesla. Teslas love to be plugged in. That's where they're happy. That's, they get updates and stuff, not like golf cart doesn't, but you got to keep it plugged in. Just trust me, you'll get many, many miles out of that battery if you keep it plugged in. Don't keep draining it down as far as you can. That's what I see some people talking about. Like, how low can you go? Like, why? I never lose more than 3 bars on a trip, and that's a long trip out of 10. And I have the big battery, the 160, but still. So always plug in when you're done, no matter how far you went. I've got like 10 years of experience with lithium batteries. I've had hybrid cars, several electric cars. Me and my wife both have Teslas now. And it's just good. It's good for the batteries to just keep plugging them back in no matter how far you went. That's very important. And once again, I'm not trying to tell you to do anything your dealer doesn't want you to do. Always follow their advice, of course. Just do whatever you think. But I'm trying to help you get longevity. My battery, I've had 0 issues. I've got more than 5,000 miles in this cart, and the battery is still running great. So, number 2, never touch the run tow switch under the seat. That was misinformation that Icon has said that they documented that wrong. It shouldn't have been in the paperwork. You don't touch that run tow switch unless you have to. So if you're charging, don't touch it. Just plug it in. It's not a secret. A lot of people know the first thing to go on this most of the time is that run tow switch. But if you never touch it, you're not gonna ruin it. You're never gonna have that problem. So don't turn it off when you're charging. I'll say it for the whole video. Unless your dealer's telling you to and you're worried about your warranty or something, all right, do what he says, okay? This is just my advice trying to help you guys. The next one is get wheel spacers. As soon as somebody jumps in the forum, first question they ask about wheel spacers. I've got them listed in my accessories at the end of this video. You can buy those. They work great. They really stabilize the cart. As you get up higher speeds, it gets a little bit wobbly, especially on the I-40L. So get the spacers. I think it's the 2-inch spacers. I did it on front and back, and for me, and it's just been fantastic. It helps a lot, especially at the speeds I get to. Don't buy replacement golf cart tires. That's number 4. Don't just go out and replace your golf cart tires with golf cart tires. Not even just street tires that are golf cart tires. Get car tires. If you want to run your cart for years and you don't want to worry about buying new tires every other year or whatever, get car tires. I've got them listed in the accessories, the ones that I bought. You can get ones without the white letters. The link will take you right to the size that I bought. I think they're 14s. I drive this thing hard, and you can see the tires still look brand new because they're for a car. They're used to holding a lot more weight. So they will last you nearly forever, no matter how much torque you're putting on it. So, and they cost the same amount of money as golf cart tires. I know a lot of people in the forums and have followed my lead and got some of these. I think they look great. And so I'm just trying to remind you, we're not doing it I mean, I did it for looks and for longevity, but mainly looks personally, but save yourself some money and get car tires, even if it's not these. You go by the settings I got, you see they obviously fit. But going on to number 5, it's raise your fender flares when you add big tires like this. Don't go trimming away at everything trying to make them fit because the tires are rubbing. Just make new holes above them. Just drill little baby holes above it and raise the fenders up. No one's gonna see the extra holes that are underneath here because you raised the fender. That's how you save yourself a lot of time. And you know, it's very easy. Just raise the fenders as opposed to continually fighting with trying to not let it rub. So that's number 5. Number 6, buy a handle for your passengers to hold on to because it's so high. I have this linked in there. These handles are great. My wife, if she's holding the dog in the back, or anybody that's in the back, this lets them be able to reach that handle and feel like they're holding on to something. But I will say this, and this is key, this is very important. Don't let your kids and everybody think that these handles are meant to be held on to get into the cart. You see this? My wife had just had neck surgery, literally, first golf cart ride. She grabs this handle like she always does to get in, and she fell backwards with a brace on her neck. It was the scariest thing ever. But we both know that probably isn't made to be holding a lot. She's not heavy yet anyway, but it shouldn't be holding a human being like that, getting onto the cart. It's just to hold you while you're sitting. So don't pull on that, letting people get into it. That'll break. You're gonna hurt yourself. I don't know if anybody else has seen that. Number 7, get turn signal mirrors so you don't keep forgetting to turn off your blinker. My wife would always have to remind me. A-Train over in the Buggy's Gone Wild forum, he did a great job explaining exactly how to put them on. My son did it with me. It was very easy. So, and they look good. They look great when they're blinking, but you see the blinker in your mirror. So it's very cool, and it'll save you a lot of time forgetting to turn your blinkers on. The Echo X gear, everybody buys, okay? This is number 9. This Echo X gear. Just think about it. You don't have to put it in the very back. You can put it right behind you like I did. It looks better to me. It looks more aesthetically, I don't know, because it's even. But try to think about putting it where I did. And I just ran wires above the top. You don't see them, they're taped. It could look better, I guess. But just think about that. Especially they sell a bazooka, I think, that sends speakers out to the front and to the back. So think about that as an option because no one really does that. They put them in the back or in the very front. Let's see, number 10. Make sure you use these dog seat belts. You see that she's clipped in, goes right into the Icon seat belt. She's anxious to go for her ride. So they clip right into this, into our seatbelt holder. And accidents happen. These dogs see a squirrel and then you're running over your dog. You don't know if to stop, to push the gas, you don't know. And it's just scary for everyone. So put those on. I've got them in almost all the seat belts for all of our dogs. My other dog's with my son. He took him on a little field trip. So that's why we were able to make the video and hang out a little bit today. Okay, big bonus here. And some people are gonna, think this is crazy, but I'm just gonna make sure I say it because I believe it. If you live in Florida, now it might be another state that has the same, but if you live in Florida where we don't have any hills really, quit sweating all these performance lithium batteries that people were telling you have to buy. You have to buy an Echo. I don't mean that. I love a lot of the people that say that, so I don't mean that in a bad way. I love a lot of the dealers I talk to on there, in the Facebook and stuff, great people, but some people get so caught up in Echo because they do have good customer service, I believe. That's what I'm being told. But if you live in Florida, these high output batteries really are not necessary unless you're trying to just launch out like a rocket, which would, it's not even necessary for that. I mean, my cart takes off super fast. I've put it in several videos. And I have the original Roy Powell 160, the one that's not P. And I am no way sitting here trying to talk great about Roy Pal, because, you know, I hate that people have to worry about BMS. They shouldn't even have sold that battery if that was happening to people that live with hills and stuff. But I'm saying all of this because let's say that all your dealer has is the original Roy Pal, not a P, and it's a 105 or a 160, that big. You're probably not gonna have any problems if you live in Florida. I mean, I've done video after video to prove to everybody, I've had zero issues outside of when I connected that trailer and I put like 10, 11 people on the cart somehow, kids and stuff. And then I had a trailer of like 6 kids. I mean, it was crazy. And the dogs. And I punched it, and I shouldn't have, just for fun, and the thing turned off. I mean, that's extreme. I've never had an issue with BMS. And I think it should be noted, you know, that this battery that I have, its continuous is 100 amps that it draws, and it's 200 amps max. So there's a lot of batteries out there on Amazon that you could probably buy that would probably do the job. Yes, you want to make sure you can buy it and that you can return it if it doesn't work or if it fails. You know, I would have one listed in my accessories thing if I believed in one. But just so happens I don't have one. I don't have any battery listed in there because I bought my own battery, and I'm not going to do that for these, you know, folks that, you know, if they want to sponsor a video or whatever. I know that I'm just saying that I'm not going to sit here and act like you should buy one battery or another. I'm trying to save you some money though, saying you don't necessarily need the higher peak max discharge if you're just trying to have some lithium and be able to drive far. Personally, I'd like to have a performance battery. When this one fails, I'll probably get one because I want to be able to just, like I said, just take off like even faster where the wheels almost come up off the ground. That's me. That's how we drive Zeus. We like to get at it. But for you folks that don't really necessarily want a Navitas controller and all that, you just want lithium and you want the benefits of it, keep this in mind. If you live in a flat area and you're not carrying a bunch of weight all the time, you can get away with probably less discharge than you think you can. And I know people, they want to sell stuff, their brand, whatever, but I know a lot of people know I'm stating facts right now. People just don't talk about it that, hey, where do you live? Oh, I live in Florida. Oh, in Florida, then you don't necessarily have to have the P. That conversation isn't happening, I don't think. So I'm just trying to help somebody out there, okay? As always, thanks for watching. Sorry I haven't been making many of these. Gonna try to do more this year and have some fun with this channel. And I appreciate y'all that have subscribed and stuff like that. I know there's not much to the videos, but I'm trying to give you some knowledge if you just got your new icon or you're considering one, as well as the advanced EV, of course. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a great day.